So the PS5 has been out for over 2 years at this point, and they are still pretty dang difficult to get. And as long as people are willing to pay a bag for it, the scalpers are still going to be ruining the market. And I think that when it comes to the PS5, there are a few different types of people. There are the people who already have them, the people who are willing to pay a small fortune for one, and the people who are willing to lose sleep in order to buy one at its retail price. I was the last one, and since now I've had the PS5 for a bit over a year, I can answer the question. Is a PS5 worth buying? Well, yes or no. Let me explain. So I woke up on Christmas of 2021 and unwrapped my PS5 that I got from my parents. Psych! That's not how it happened. So it was about late October of 2021, and me and a couple of friends decided that we were going to buy PS5s all at the same time. I had had my Xbox One S for about 2 years at that point, so it's not like I really needed an upgrade, but I just wanted to play games with my friends and make YouTube videos. I also wanted to see what the hype was about with the new DualShock controller. So after a few weeks, it came pretty clear just how hard it really was to find a PS5. So around late November, one of my friends managed to capture the bag. I asked him how he did it, and he said that he'd followed this account on Twitter. The account would basically notify you when a retailer had some PS5s in stock. So I literally made a Twitter account just to follow that account. And I thought to myself, well, it wasn't that hard for him to get one, so I'll probably get one soon. Bruh, that was probably one of the longest months of my life. I thought I would never find one. I woke up dumb early for the drops and would check my Twitter almost every 5 minutes to see if I got a noti. Even if I got to the drops on time, that crap would sell out in like 3 minutes, so I didn't stand a chance. At this point, it was like mid-December, and I got a notification that said, Walmart will be dropping tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I was like, sweet, let's see if I could clutch up this time. Well, turns out I wasn't going to be home at that time, so I told my friend if he could attempt to snag one. I basically had no hope at that time because I had already fumbled like 10 drops at that point. But I came home, crossed my fingers, and hoped that this kid clutched up. And he failed, and I was never able to get a PS5. Psych! Bro clutched up so hard it wasn't even funny. So anyways, it said that it was gonna come in like a week, but bruh, that crap kept getting more and more delayed, and I ended up waiting like 2 weeks. So a couple of days after New Year's, I went to his house to pick it up. I paid him back. Then he proceeded to jump me, steal my wallet, and keep the PS5. Nah, just kidding. I got home, set it up, then spent the next 2 days downloading stuff. Now I want to tell you about the negative side of getting a PS5. The first downside, of course, is trying to actually find one. You already know how much of a struggle it was for me to get one, and that was over a year ago. It's probably still the same, to be honest. Like, you're not just gonna stumble upon a PS5 one day. It's either you pay a bag for one, or try hard during the drops. The next issue for me is that the games just don't really look that different from last gen. Like, that Matrix Reloaded game really sold us a dream. And also, most games don't even use the DualSense to its full capacity. Again, we were sold a dream. And my last complaint is that there's just not that many games out yet. Okay, so enough talking crap. I'm gonna shed some positive light on this glorified Wi-Fi router. The thing I like the most about the console has to be Share Factory Studio. If it wasn't for this app, I wouldn't have been able to post even a single video on YouTube. Although it is missing a lot of video editing features, and it could be pretty frustrating to use. I also like the console's UI and its layout because it's pretty easy to access everything. And finally, probably the best thing in general has to be the load times. You can download stuff way quicker, and they cut load times in half. Oh yeah, the graphics are also a bit better. So if all these things sound good to you, then I guess you should buy one. But only if you really need an upgrade. Because if your Xbox One or PS4 are working just fine, there's pretty much no reason to buy one right now. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed and that I was able to provide you guys with some useful information about the PS5. So, yeah, goodbye.